And I welcome you back to Morocco, where we are trying to take over the New World for ourselves and might as well take Africa as well. Already gotten two of Wasteland's Arakhata. Only that's left is, well, most of it, but, I'm sure we can do quite well. Anyhow, let's start with what we were doing. We are almost at 0 prestige, which is wonderful. Wonderful indeed. Portugal is our vassal. We have cores of theirs, but that's not going to change for a while. We're making good money, 15 ducats a month. We do have quite a few loans, but they're going to disappear in due time. Our income is quite bad, per se, but we can have one more relationship. I think I'll have a look what I can do with that. Currently we are allied with the Ottomans and the Netherlands. The Netherlands are actually quite powerful with their army of 37,000. We are also coring quite a few provinces, these being in Africa, mostly from Mali. We took the coast and we managed to unite our provinces. Other than that, Ethiopia does not like us. Persia does not like us. The Ottomans do. The Ottomans are quite large at that. Castile is under a union, last time I checked. Yes, under a union of Austria. How's Naples feeling? Oh, they don't like us. Milan. Milan could potentially be an ally. If we increase relations, it would definitely happen. But for now, I'll let the game run. Kilwa, how do you feel? They would actually accept an alliance. Do we need the money or I'd rather keep the money until we have no more loans. We could have a Kilwa as an ally. They would definitely help against Ethiopia when we start expanding southwards, but if we're going to do that just yet, I'm not too sure. Well, our colony just increased quite a bit. Sandra, this one, very nice, and St. Helena is still being colonized. Hopefully you can get to the Cape before any of the European nations do, as that would definitely help our situation. Can invest in new technology. We'll definitely do that. We are actually ahead of time for the first time in a very, very long time, and that is most definitely a good thing. Muslim Musketeers, wonderful. What is happening down here? Nothing much. We're just coring our provinces. In terms of unrest, we should be relatively fine. There's no big deal down here. Convert provinces could be done, but there's no point for that just yet. Our navy is, well, we could make 10 more ships, but I'd rather wait until we have our loans repaid. And again, we can make another 10 infantry or land units. Total debt of 1k, something we can hopefully get back reasonably quickly. We do have to, of course, decide now if we let Portugal colonize or not. They have attempted it, and I think I might actually make them a Scottish, what? Well, then again, they do have to pay more income, which is bad in their attempts to colonize. They're required to pay us 45% of their monthly tax. This definitely makes colonizing difficult for them. We just made our own colonial nation, which is wonderful. We will call it True. Now, we'll just call it New. No, what do we call it? We call it the Isle. What was the colonial nation called? Illustra. We'll call it True Illustra, because soon we will be the only ones. Wonderful. True Illustra. Don't you? There we go. Wonderful. And eventually they'll be able to get a bit of an army running, and we might be able to invade the Castilian Lystra, which would be definitely quite fun, especially because they have no way to attack us directly, if I'm not mistaken. Because Austria would not help. Castile would help. That is slightly weird because we would be at war with... We'll see what happens that one. We have renewed a loan. Why have we renewed a loan? Did I do something? Oh, renewed. Oh, for a second there I thought we took out a new loan. I'm like, what? Why? Alright, diplomatic tech is coming up. We just finished our cores. Wonderful. We got manpower. Not bad, not bad. We're definitely still in need of manpower, so we'll take that happily. I actually did a bit of playing around, and when we do this, our capital becomes part of Europe, which makes all our African land distant overseas, which is terrible. So I don't think we will be looking to do that anytime soon, as fun as it might be. What I might actually want to go for quickly is this one here. Oop. No, the inflation reduction, this one. Because that would cancel out our current inflation increase due to gold mines, and I think it's gotten a bit too high. Because it increases by 0.02 and it would decrease by 0.1. So I'm just going to do this so we have a good investment, and then we'll have to go and catch up with admin tech afterwards. Which is most definitely a good idea, I think, at least. We could get the national unrest guy, but at the moment I don't think that's necessary. As to this, I'm not sure if we want to do it just yet. I will send the guy down here so we can make a rush for Cape Town. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's a seal. I'm like, what? Who's colonized down here? No, so make a rush for Cape Town, and we'll have Portugal maybe take some of the rest of the land. And as to these areas, I don't know what we'll do just yet, but I'm sure something will come around. How many troops do you guys have? Doesn't really matter. We'll figure out later on. The annoying part, of course, is that all this trade will go directly into Sevilla. None of it comes round the Cape, which is very disappointing. And it means we will most probably have to take some key provinces to actually make any money out of our colonial endeavors. We will lose the piety because we do not need it currently. The states want stuff. Ulma, impious ruler, very impious ruler. Oh dear. We lose money because of it, apparently. I suppose we'll have to gain some piety. That should put them back on the straight and level. Which will happen quickly, I suppose. We're down to 2 loans, which is very nice indeed. Provinces conversion is never going to happen at this point. Recover abysmal prestige, definitely something we are working on. With any vassals I could potentially make. Kano, definitely not. No, these are all too large, I'm pretty sure. I'm not in the mood to attack anything just yet, due to the fact that we could vassalize the Congo. I'll take the inflation because we do now sorry about that. We do now decrease our inflation by 0.07 a year, which is most, well, good, I suppose. But I probably will actually vassalize Congo, because 100 would be most good, and it would not actually do any aggressive expansion in this area since it is separate. Mali is slightly pissed off at us, but other than that, we are actually quite well placed with our aggressive expansion. Also, this declaration would actually I'll just recall this one quickly. I'll send it down here. We only need them to arrive, and I'll fabricate a claim. Not even sure if I'll let this finish, because it is in tropical, and we don't really want to waste any time taking a tropical land. At least not yet. That's for later. France does not seem to be expanding much more than that single province, which is interesting. Is this Castile? Oh, it is. Which means they must have quite a substantial army. Portugal is still just with the one. Disappointing, but we are stealing half their income. Sadly, there's no way of controlling that. So if we would well, I suppose we could send the money back to them in. That would be an idea. But for now, I'll just fabricate the claim on. Oh dear, come on. We will fabricate a claim on the Congo. What's their biggest province? 5, 15. Yeah. We can't actually fabricate on them, so let's try that again. 6, 7, 5, 9. So we'll go on Ledongo. Recall the guy from here. Come back. And off you go to here. How far behind are we in Diplotech? Still about 5 techs. Which is quite substantial. But we only want this for the excellent administration. Global tariffs are on the rise. Definitely not a bad thing, I suppose. Who you're with? Oman. So there's potential they might actually expand into gain loyalty. What's this looking like? Merchant guilds can take a fall. Ottomans are of course quite large at this point, and there's a chance they might expand into Ethiopia once they take the last of Hidajez, or they might expand into Europe, which is also a chance. Let's have a look at the military army force limit. Ottomans are massive. We are still quite large ourselves. Well, definitely something we'll have to look out for. Pomerania. The Commonwealth is definitely something to watch out for as well. And of course France as per usual. Castile being slightly dampened due to their, well, 433. It's quite substantial. Anyway, next Diplotech. Good supplies, always nice to hear. And we should be able to pay off our last loan. We are free of these terrible things. Yevi Ulma is still slightly disloyal, something we'll make sure to fix as soon as we get to Congo. Speaking of the Congo, let's see how many troops they have just beforehand. Castilian Illustra has 5,000 troops, actually reasonably alright. Georgia, Congo. 9,000 troops. Definitely an easy fight, so oops, I'll send these guys down here, should I? Or I will go full on down here. And we have the claim on Congo. Let's see if we can't send one of our armies down. We'll gain the piety, which should make the Ulma like us once again. Transport these guys down to Congo. Oh yes, of course, because they are of course in Africa. We will gain the money for now. Can't quite do much about that. This colony will cancel as soon as our war starts. Is there any way we can ask them to declare the war already? Start war on colony. We could, but they most definitely don't have enough troops for it. So we'll have to wait just a wee bit. Oh, we still have a conquistador. From the days before the Civil War. We'll increase our maintenance just a bit. Still making 14,000 even at 70% maintenance, so that's very nice to see. There will be a short spike as we reinforce, but other than that, that shouldn't be too bad. We can still make money even though we're at full maintenance. Wonderful stuff. And I'll just have... Ooh, alright. Let's see. Ottomans, I'd rather you not get on my bad... Oh, I'd rather not get on your bad side. Dear me. Anyway. Portugal are getting slightly unhappy, so... increase relations with them, and... who was our other ally? Netherlands. They are still quite happy with us. And I need one of these guys to declare the war, of course. Wonderful. What's this? Oh, that's fine, of course. We can now get a third idea group. Probably military would be good. Offensive sounds very good indeed. However, this would definitely be a good investment, I suppose. But quantity is also very good indeed. However, I think we have a good amount of soldiers, so offensive would probably be best. So we'll go for them. And we will go for the tech first. Congo. It's the end of you, that's for sure. We'll split our army up and just enter the land. The land that once was theirs now will most probably be ours quite quickly. We don't quite care about this no more, so we can actually remove that. Oop. I should have probably thought about that. Oh well. And they're coming to attack here, actually. So that will be our choke point. This is a losing battle, so we'll just retreat from that. Did we lose anything? Lost one transport, definitely nothing to be worried about. Congo has fallen, actually, pretty much. They never had much of a chance in this regard anyhow. Send these guys up here. There should be no more forts, actually, except of the capital. And we'll just destroy this army as we arrive. Although we did get a tick, but that did not help them. Not this time, at least. That should be good. And that was the fall of the Congo. In terms of vassalization, definitely possible. We will lose quite a bit of diplomatic power for it, but I much prefer a vassal Congo than anything else. Well, how much would the... if we full annex them? Ooh, this is not good. I think we'll lose the stability. Simply because we don't have any revolt problems just yet. And here we go. Bloody hell, people just don't have manners nowadays. 64 overextension is actually okay. There's of course the question if that's worth it. Oop, that was not what I want to do. I'm going to pull these guys out as much as possible so we don't lose too much to attrition. Oop, that being the timer, I'll give it a few more minutes. At least until the war ends. But yeah, that's the big question right now. Do we annex them or do we vassalize them? What do we do? Because I'm not planning to have much of a vassal after this. Well, after this definitely, but like not in the next few 10 to 20 years. Frankfurt is actually expanding quite nicely. I just wonder, can I actually vassalize Ireland? That would be wonderful. No, shame. What a shame. Karga. It's a strange war. Huh. Well, that's the full war score right there. 64 overextension. What's our revolts like? -3 Mamadukian separatists. That's actually all for now. -3. I think we had one guy that does national unrest, right? We could probably hold this for a bit if we really felt like it. I'm just wondering about this right now. Countries, Congo. So 640. Oh dear, 640 admin points. Or was it, what? Did I change it? I can't remember if I changed it or not, which is slightly annoying. What to do? This is a pure 100 war score for the vassalization of the Congo. Right, and if it's the aggressive expansion. Like, is there any like issue with it? Just the Congo. Yeah, because the Congo will hate us anyway. Yeah, we're gonna take their land entirely. Oh dear. Cover abysmal prestige. Well, I suppose that would do it. Now, this is gonna cost me quite a bit. But first of all, let's increase autonomy, and I'll leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.